12 channels on this mixing board. We're getting a new mixer. But, so actually, there's a good possibility you're going to learn this mixer and then actually see a new one in a couple of weeks. There are 12 channels on here. These are all called faders. They literally fade in and out the sound. So we're all going to learn how to run the fader. What's that?
They got them on amps.
Yeah, so each one you turn the volume up, and these speakers, you can only hear out of them when the microphones are turned off. Does anybody know why that is? Why we can't have the microphones on and the speakers on at the same time? Anybody know anything about sound? What do you think?
It might pick up action noises.
It's going to pick up room noises, and it's going to cause something to happen that's very unpleasant to the ear.
That squeaky sound.
Exactly, that squeaky sound. It causes feedback, because what happens is, if we have sound coming out of that speaker, it's then picked up by the microphones, which is then picked up by the speaker, which is picked up by the microphones, and it creates a loop of sound, and that's what causes feedback. So when somebody's on stage and they're talking into a microphone, if there's a big speaker next to them and then they point the microphone towards the speaker, that's what causes feedback. Or if there's a monitor that's facing them, you always have to keep the microphone faced away from the speaker. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. That's kind of, there's a reason that it causes that, but that's why whenever we're in here, as long as the microphone is turned on, we won't be able to hear through the speakers. So what I wanted to do is get at least one recording, and typically what we're going to do is a writing prompt, which becomes your script, so that when you are in front of the microphone, you can just read what's there, and you don't have to worry about forgetting what you were going to say. So I have, and I know that we don't have a lot of writing space, if you guys want to spread out over here. We're going to talk today. And we won't do this every time. Sometimes we'll do just a roundtable discussion, and we'll have a wireless mic hooked up and these mics, and we can pass it around the room. But since so many of you haven't been here before, I wanted to kind of give you an opportunity to see the studio in action. So we're going to talk today about a time that you achieved something. And that can mean something different to each of you. That can be a time you won an award. It can be a time you won a game on a sports team that you're on. Can be a time that you did something and your teacher was proud of you, or you did something and a parent was proud of you, or just a time that you helped someone and it made you feel good. So there are some ideas on here of what you can write, but I want you to think about for a little while a time that you did something that made you feel proud. I'm sure that every single one of you, let me just take one and pass it down. Every single one of you has done something that you've been proud of. I think I have exactly 15. And does everybody need a pencil, or does anybody have their own? Need a pencil? Need a pencil?